Hey guys, today we're talking about daily practices that I suggest as a real estate agent. But before we go there, I'm going to remind you guys that all of my information is in the description. If you'd like to have a free discovery call with me, the link is in my description, along with a real estate course that I highly recommend. And you guys know that I do suggestions for brokerages, or if you guys are licensed or are getting licensed as a real estate agent and you'd like to get started. So please reach out to me if that's the case as well. And like and subscribe so I can reach more viewers. If you guys enjoy this content at all, let's get started. So we talk a lot about this stuff, right? Different steps and actions we can take in order to be more successful in our life and in our business, specifically real estate. And these are just some daily actionables you can take that I'm just going to summarize here in this video. First one, of course, I'm going to suggest that you guys have some form of daily routine. I know real estate is crazy. That's the point of having a routine, even if it's only in the morning when something in your life is consistent, right? Because in real estate, you're going here, you're going there, you're going to all different boroughs, and you're meeting with all different people, and you really never know what your day is going to look like. And I like when you guys keep your schedule open for spontaneous things too, because that's sometimes where you find your biggest successes, where you find that flow in your business, right? But having a morning routine, and within that routine, a daily practice that I would recommend is, you guys know me, I love meditation. I like meditation because it's really easy to lose yourself in this business. If you've been in this business for a little while or you're just getting started, it's a job that consumes you heavily. And we give a lot of our time and a lot of our energy to others throughout the day. And you're dealing with a lot of different people, a lot of different energies. And in order to maintain your composure and maintain your true self, I find that meditation is something that is really beneficial for execution, for flow in your business, for growth, and for all of these things, because I say it all the time. You don't want to sacrifice your soul for this business. You don't want to get lost in the business. That just causes unhappiness, and we want to be happy and successful. So, number one, highly suggested, meditation. I don't care if you sit in silence with your legs crossed, or if you just go on a walk in silence, or if you just lay in silence. Baby steps, right? Like, try anything, but some type of silent practice with yourself so you can get back in touch with yourself, regain that connection with yourself so you don't get out of character. You want to stay who you are in your essence and make sure that you bring that to the table as a real estate agent too, because that's what sets you aside from the next person, right? Is your authenticity, your genuinity. And we can get lost in that with all the sales scripts, with all the different people we have to please, and all the different pressures that we deal with on a day-to-day. And this is a serious business. But even my client said the other day when he came to me, he's like, this hasn't just been a success journey for me, Lauren. Like, this has been a serious spiritual journey. And any career can be if you allow it to be. And that's what life's about. It's supposed to teach you about different levels of yourself. And we want to be able to take in those lessons on the daily. We want to be able to see clearly. And that's what's going to help us grow. The second one I recommend is to journal. Because I fall victim to this. I lose touch with my emotions sometimes, like anybody else, right? You get lost and you're so totally absorbed in your day-to-day that we forget how we're feeling, and we don't know how to express it because there's just so much else going on in our mind. And even when it comes down to like just mental organization, when you feel like everything's in the clouds and it's all scattered into a million places, bringing it back down and journaling is something that just helps you kind of organize your thoughts and put you in a more organized mental space. Organization is very important for real estate only because everything is all over the place. Why do you think no real estate agent wants to use a CRM? Because it's almost impossible. I mean, you can, but it's really hard to predict what your day is going to look like, right? So if we can get some form of mental organization and some form of just peace throughout the day, it's nice to write things down. And that kind of flows into my next one, which is setting intentions. This one really helps my real estate agents in the morning, because if you set your intentions for the day, pretty much like your goals, what it is that you want to do for the day, and you don't need to achieve all of them, but writing them down and mentally preparing for those things is going to be really great. And even if you set intentions for the whole week, and then you just pick a few of them for that day, and if you don't get to them, okay, we'll put it on to the next day. And if you had a crazy busy week, we can always flow them over, right? Even if it's just checking out the newest building in the area, or checking out some of the newest properties, or going to some open houses or something along those lines, because that's going to help you reach your goals, right? It's like setting these little intentions every day. It's like one step at a time. The smaller actions turn into bigger outcomes. And if we just set these small intentions throughout the week and every single day, and we chip away at them, they'll accumulate and they'll turn into milestones, right? And we'll start reaching goals, so then we can set new ones. So setting intentions, that's a really, really good one. I would say in the morning you set maybe 5, right? And it's an easy task, but it gets us to thinking, right? And that one almost flows into the next. You meditate, you kind of clear your mind, you get back in line with yourself. You journal, and you're able to organize your thoughts. That way you can set intentions. When you set intentions, you'll kind of pave your direction. The most successful real estate agents I worked with weren't the hardest working, right? They weren't the money go-getters. It was the people who had a clear vision on what it is that they wanted. So if you can get down to this, and you can start really clearly visualizing where you want to go and how you're going to get there, this is what's going to bring your production levels up. This is what's going to bring your life into like full circle. And then you'll be able to see the progress. Then you'll be able to feel the progress. And just moving in that direction gives you a little more security. Gives you a little more security as to how you're going to get there, right? Because the whole thing is, we work in real estate and we work all commission. It can be a real survival mode type of career, and that's why it becomes so difficult, because we do go full-blown survival mode. And that's when we start to get a little lost, because we're like, we need the money. I have financial needs. I need this. And then we get caught up in the like, how are we forget about how we're going to get there, because we're on like a need basis. And so setting those intentions, I'm trying to drill that one into you guys, because that's huge. But I think meditation and journaling will help you get there too. The next one's going to be setting boundaries with yourself and other people. So in order to maintain consistency with your morning routine, these daily practices, you're going to have to set boundaries with yourself that you're going to complete these, right? I, every single day, am going to do X. I, every single day, am not going to deal with Y, right? In order to get me Z. So setting these boundaries with what you're going to deal with other people, what you're going to do with yourself, and following through with them. I find that when we don't do what we say we're going to do, internally we get really upset with ourselves. That's why we start getting really hard on ourselves. We start saying, I'm no good at this, I can't do this, blah, blah, blah. You want to root for your own team. You want to really root for yourself, because it just doesn't make any sense. You want validation from others, but you can't validate yourself. So really focus on setting those boundaries and following through with them. And that's why I always say like baby steps. Start with something small. That way you'll set that boundary and you'll gain that trust with yourself. Think of it as like a new relationship. Even if it's something as little as getting yourself to the gym, right? We all want to go to the gym daily. And sometimes it's just something as little as putting your sneakers on. Maybe we didn't get to the gym today, but we put our sneakers on and we had the intentions to. Okay, baby steps. And then the next day, we put our sneakers on and then we go to the gym. But we don't really do much. We just sit there, we stretch. Okay, but we made it to the gym, right? And then the next day, we start actually getting on the treadmill. And then we start lifting some weights. And you catch my drift, right? As you keep going, it doesn't have to be this huge boundary you set. It doesn't need to be 0 to 100. Like, just pay attention to what it is that you can handle and go from there. You can set these small boundaries and still be a success, because That's where success starts, with the little itty bitty changes that we do that are going to take us further. Once we kind of start doing these things and we're setting boundaries, we're meditating, we're journaling, we're getting clear on our vision, and that's when I say I want you to envision your goal every single day. And I want you to be grateful. Be grateful for everything around you, everything that got you here, the good, the bad, every little thing, the shoes on your feet, the clothes that you're wearing, it doesn't matter. Because your journey brought you to where you are right now. And you're alive, you're kicking, and you're on your way. Start envisioning your goals and what you want your future to look like every single day. Because when you can create that clear vision, that's what you want to see. That's what you want to go towards. Don't forget to also live in the present. But start to look at that and say, this is what I'm walking towards. This is what I'm jogging towards. This is what I'm running towards. Now I'm sprinting, right? However fast that you want to move, don't forget to live in the now, because everything that you're doing right now is setting you up for your next venture. But we want to see it. We want to feel it. We want to envision it so we can make it there. And that's always going to be the way it goes. And yeah, that's my last one. Gratitude. Just be incredibly grateful. Even if you write 5 things that you're grateful for every single day, it starts to change your mind into a more positive mindset. And that's what you want to move forward with, because as we talk about, we know real estate's stressful. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's things going south. Sometimes it goes north. We don't really know which direction it's going to be in. It's super volatile. And that's sales, especially when you're on all commission. Like I said, full-blown survival mode. Hopefully we have more ups than downs, but the downs are what teaches us stuff, and we have to be grateful for the downs as much as we're grateful for the ups. But we just need to be grateful in general, and we need to carry that mindset through and through with us. So if you just list 5 things in the morning every single day that you're grateful for, your mind's going to start rewiring and saying like, there are a lot of good things in this world that I really appreciate. And I forget about that sometimes. It's easy to forget. There's a lot of people complaining, and energy is contagious, and it happens. But we want to move towards that mindset. We want to be happy. We want to be grateful. We want to be successful. But we want to be all of it. And there's some people that are just like, forget everything else, I just want money. Well, this isn't the channel for you in that case. You're not going to make it that far, and you're just going to get burnt out, and we don't want to see that. So these are some daily practices that I suggest for a real estate agent. It is a fun business to be in, but we have to manage it just like any other career. But this one in particular, you're working 24/7, you are dealing with a lot of different people, you're moving all the time, it's exhausting, and it's hard work, right? And you're on all commission. So let's do the best that we can, be the best that we can, because this business can really build us in a lot of different ways. So you guys know you can find all of my information in the description. You guys also know for New York City real estate agents that I do recommend brokerages. Please reach out to me if you're looking for a brokerage to join. And give this video a like, subscribe if you enjoy this content at all. And as always, good luck.